Hello everyone, welcome to the third video of the tutorial series. In the previous video, we downloaded and installed Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio in Microsoft SQL Server, and we downloaded the Northwind database. So, in this one, we are going to restore our database. So, we are going to open where we saved our database, this one. We are going to extract here. And then we're going to cut it and then paste it on local disk C, just there. Okay, there we are. We close, then we open Management Studio. Remember, we defined our authentication mode as Windows authentication, so we are going to leave it Windows authentication, and then we connect. Okay, we have connected. We open databases, system databases. So we only have 4 system databases. There is no Northwind, as you can see. So we are going to click on databases, right click, restore database. The database is on our system. We are going to click choose device, and then we locate where the database is. We say add. We paste it on local disk C, just a root folder, and then we choose northwind.bak file. Okay, okay, and then okay again. Okay, database Northwind restored successfully. Okay. As you can see, it's there. If you don't see it, you can click on databases, right click, and then you refresh. You have to see it there. Okay. Now that we have restored our database, we are going to start writing queries against the database. We are going to start with SQL select statement. So we are going to open a new query editor. Okay, as you can see, we have a master's database as a default, so we have to change that one. You can choose to change from here, just choose Northwind, or you can write a short query. I like using a short query there. We say use Northwind. I like putting this line of code here on top. In case I'm not using Management Studio, I'm using a system maybe like dbeaver. In dbeaver, maybe you are not going to select a default database or change the database like Management Studio. This line will ensure that you change your database. So I like putting it, or I like having it as my first line of code. Then highlight, we execute. Okay. So we have changed our database there. Our working database has changed. Okay. So we are saying we are going to start with SQL select statement. So what is this select statement all about? The select statement is used to select data from a database table. If you want to fetch data from a database table, you have to use the select statement or select command. Any database table, we use select command. So the syntax is like select, and then you specify what you want to select or the fields you want to select. You can choose to select all the fields from a database table, or you can choose to select few fields from it. You have to specify, and then from which specifies where you are going to get your data from, and then it's a table name. So if we check the Northwind database there, for now we are interested in the database tables, so we open tables. As you can see, we have quite a number of tables there. In the beginning, if you remember, I showed you a customers table, just a sample of the customers table. So we are going to use a customers table in this video. Okay, so we are saying, we say select. What do you want to select? Okay, for now we are going to say star, and asterisk means all the fields from a table. So we are going to select all the columns from specifies where is the data going to come from. Then there we have to specify a table's name. So a table's name, we are saying it's a customers table. So we are going to say customers, then we close the query. So we are saying select all the fields from the customers table. We are going to select all the columns that the customers table has. So we highlight, execute. So here is our output. Let me reduce the size. Here is our output. We have select all the columns the table has. So we have got all these columns there. Okay, so that is a select statement. But what if you don't want to select all the fields? You can specify the fields you want. So we say select. I like using capital letters. Select. What do we want to select? Let's see. We're going to say customer ID. Customer ID. Then we separate the IDs, customer ID. Then we separate the fields or the columns with a comma. Then we say contact name, comma. Let's use the address. Then from specifies where the table is going to come from. From customers. Then we close. Okay, we highlight and then execute. So we chose to select 3 columns from a customer's table. This is our output. So this is how you use a select command or a select statement. Let's highlight all the queries and then execute at the same time. So if you can see here, we have 2 outputs. So the first one is coming from the select or from customers. This one. Then this one with 3 columns is coming from the second one. So this is the difference. Okay, now we move on to the select distinct statement. What is the select distinct statement? This statement is used to return only different values. What do I mean? Suppose you have this table, the customers table, we run the query, we have this output. And then here comes your manager. He says, I want you to give me certain columns. For example, columns like contact title. Contact title, as you can see, it's having values that are appearing more than once, like owner. There's also sales representative. There's another one there. Marketing manager. Now, your manager wants to see only different values. This is where a select distinct statement comes in. So, the syntax is the same. Copy that one, paste. The same as the select statement. What differentiates them is the keyword distinct. And then, which field do you want? You want the contact title. So we are telling the system or the database that we want to get different contact title values from the customers table. So let's run. Okay, you can see. Now we have values appearing once. Unlike this one, it's returning all the values it has here. Okay, so let's go back to this one. Let's select the contact title and then we highlight them and then run them at once. Execute. See, this one is having a distinct. It's returning only a single value of the record. Just single. Then this one is returning all the values it has, despite them appearing more than once. Okay? So we run this one. So now you can give it to your manager to say, here is what you wanted to see. Okay? Okay, now let's run this one. We say, we select all from customers table. Let's see, do we have another column that is having values appearing more than once? We said there is contact, title, then there's also the city, this one. Can we combine the columns to return distinct values? Let's see. Okay, to separate the columns, we use a comma and then we say city. Let's run it. Look at the contact title. It's returning the same title. Even if it's appearing more than once, it's returning that one. But how about the city? We saw that Mexico DF was appearing more than once. Let's check it. Let's check it. This one was appearing more than once. But do we have another Mexico there? There is this one. You see? So, what are we saying here? Let's check again to the Mexico DF. What's the contact title? It's marketing manager. Okay. Then we also have marketing manager from unique, from a different city. Let's check another Mexico DF. This one, but the contact title is different. So what we are getting here is this. Even if the contact title is the same, the city has to be different. Like accounting manager from a different city, accounting manager from a different city, accounting manager from a different city. So for example, if we had two accounting managers coming from the same city, only one accounting manager will be retained. Only one accounting manager will be retained. Same applies for marketing assistant. As you can see, the cities are different, but they are all marketing assistants. So if we had marketing assistants coming from the same city, it will only retain one marketing assistant. Right? Okay, let's run this one again. Let's check another field. We have another field. You can see there is Mexico country there, Mexico appearing twice. Okay, let's include the country. Comma. Highlight and then we run. Okay, so let's check. We have Germany. So this Germany is having marketing assistant. Then this Germany is having accounting manager. Even if the country is appearing more than once, the city has to be different. As you can see, the city is different. Even the contact title has to be different, as you can see. So this one is marketing assistant, this one is accounting manager. So we can combine multiple fields or multiple columns to use a distinct keyword, or we can combine multiple columns to return different values by the use of the keyword distinct. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. In the next video, we'll be talking about the where clause. The where clause. So let's meet in the next video.